As a marketer, you have a lot of ways to reach your goals of making people aware of your brand and bringing in more and more customers. Your business can try out a lot of different strategies and platforms, and multi-channel marketing is just one way to manage your presence on all of them. Multi-channel marketing is a strategy that lets you reach your customers and build your business on many different platforms and in many different ways. In this video, we'll talk about what multi-channel marketing is and what makes it different from other types of marketing. We'll also talk about how to make a multi-channel marketing plan that works. Let's dive in. What is selling through many channels? Multi-channel marketing, as the name suggests, is about reaching your audience through many different ways, both online and off. By using this approach, you can have a consistent presence everywhere and reach your target audience in more than one place. But even if you do this, your marketing plan and presence must still fit together. You shouldn't have people on your team work on different systems without talking to each other about the big picture. Instead, you should tailor your message to each site. You've heard it before, but the same message won't work on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. However, you still need a plan. You're trying to reach the same people, so you should keep this in mind and make sure that your strategies for each site work together. There are three main ways to use various channels for marketing. Multi-channel marketing is a way to reach customers through different channels, each with its own message, but the same overall plan. Cross-channel marketing is a type of marketing that focuses on a group of customers across certain channels that share customer data. This makes it possible for customers to connect with the business in a smooth way across multiple channels at the same time. Omni-channel marketing. This type of marketing is often used in e-commerce, and it focuses on giving customers a personalized experience that they can share across all platforms. Why is it important to sell through many channels? You can find your viewers on so many different channels, and the number keeps growing every day. Back when marketing was done through billboards, letters, flyers, networking, and other methods, it was important to have the same message for your campaign. Brands like Nike would have the same ads and messages on billboards, store signs, bus ads, and other places. Now there are many different digital marketing platforms that are all equally important, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Messenger, TikTok, and more. And it's possible that your audience will be on even more channels in the future. If you only use one medium, you miss out on so many other ways to reach customers. Also, customers who use more than one channel spend 3 to 4 times as much as customers who only use one channel. This means that the time it takes to get this plan right is well worth it. How to make a digital marketing plan that works. Marketing through more than one medium doesn't have to be hard. We've broken it down into 5 easy steps so you can get your team going quickly and easily. 1. Figure out who your buyer is. The first step, figuring out who your customer or buyer is the most important. To start a great marketing strategy, you must know exactly who you're marketing to and what their pain points are. And this is even more true when it comes to selling through multiple channels. When doing this kind of marketing, you have to plan out which sites or channels your brand will use the most. And you can only do that if you know exactly who your target customer is and where they spend their time, both online and off. Also, knowing your audience's personality and what they're interested in will help you create a brand style that they can relate to and will be more interested in hearing. 2. Decide which platforms will be part of your plan. The second step is almost as important as the first one. Which ones are you going to focus on? To figure out what would work best in this case, you need to have a firm grasp on the demographics of social media and the behaviors of your target group, which you already know. Your multi-channel marketing strategy can include both online and offline platforms, so don't forget about some of the more traditional ways to market. This can include things like holding conferences or virtual events, putting up ads on signs or buses, sending out direct mail, and more. But you also need to figure out which social media sites your audience is most likely to be on based on their age, gender, income, and hobbies. Don't forget that your website and blog are also outlets that you can use and that you should. Make a list that shows the full scope of your multi-channel marketing plan. This will help you and your team know which platforms and channels to focus on so that nothing gets lost in the mix. 3. Come up with your message. Once you know which outlets you'll be using, you can start putting together your overall message. Not only should this be made for your buyer persona, but it should also be made for each of your outlets in a unique way. You still need a unified presence, but you shouldn't just copy and paste the same information across all of your channels. Instead, use the same strategy or method, but make sure your content and messages make sense for the platform you're using. This can look different in different ways. First, you can share the same visual content on all of your platforms by resizing and reworking the design to fit each platform's best picture size. For Facebook and Twitter, make it horizontal. For your Instagram feed, make it square. And for your stories, make it vertical. Using this method, it's fine to use similar visual content in your multi-channel marketing efforts, but you must change the caption or other text that goes with the content so it fits the platform you're sharing it on. For example, Netflix puts out different kinds of material on different platforms, sometimes using the same images or videos over and over again, and sometimes focusing on what each platform does best. This could include longer videos on Facebook, quick updates and retweets from fans on Twitter, and TikToks with memes and a faster pace. The voice you use on Twitter is different from the voice you use on LinkedIn, which is more business-oriented. And if you try to make the same copy work everywhere, your content will seem out of place. The second option is to make an overarching campaign or promotional plan with rules for your brand's different platforms, but make completely different content for each platform. This is a great way to give your readers new content they haven't seen a million times. If people are following you on more than one platform, you don't want to show them the same information from all of those platforms. 4. Connect all of your feeds. This goes one step further than the last part. Even though you should already have a plan for your general message, this step is necessary to make sure that everything your customer hears from you across all channels is consistent and works well together. One way to do this is to post all of your social media content on the same site, so you can see when each post will go live. This is a good way to keep track of your message and make sure that all of your platforms are on the same page. 5. Figure out your KPIs, key success indicators. The last thing you need to do is figure out what your key performance indicators, KPIs, are for your media plan and how you and your team will know if the campaign was a success. Because multi-channel marketing strategies use many different platforms and marketing channels, there aren't many KPIs that can be used everywhere. But you can pick and choose platform-specific KPIs that help you figure out if your efforts are working or if you need to change your strategy, your message, your visuals, or your chosen channels.